kickoff team is out there, and here we go. The college football playoff about to get underway. Bringing it out, it's Singleton. That's strong coverage, though. They tackle him at the 11-yard line. Comes up on first down in 13 personnel. This could create some problems for a defense. Didn't quite get the playoff in time. It'll be delay of game. Dangerous play call here after that 5-yard penalty. We'll see what the offense can do starting inside their own 20. Looking for some space. It's Holmes. Stopped right there at the line and no gain.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Grab down the middle, it's Pittman. Ball carrier wrapped up and brought down.
Man, what a great effort by the tight end. Not only does he make the catch, but how about the effort there to break that tackle to pick up more yards?
Important moment early in this playoff game. Opening drive, they face third down. Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. He's running out of time here. They pressure him and sack him to be tackled inside the 10.
It just looked like the quarterback was holding on to the ball a bit too long that time, allowed the defense to be able to get the pressure, and they come up with the first sack of the game.
He'll field it close to the 50. And the returner is tackled by this punt coverage team. Listen to the crowd energy here in the early going. This is a tough environment for visitors. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Runner finding some space there. That's a solid gain on the ground.
It's a nice game by this offense. This quarterback has such a good feel for running the option. Whether it's handing it, keeping it himself, or pitching it, puts a lot of pressure on the discipline of this defense.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. It's an option look. He'll pitch it. Tackle made, but it's enough for the first down. A well-executed option play.
Of course they're going to pick up the first down by running the football. You think about Michigan, you think so many legacy, incredible backs that they've had over the years. Tim Biakabatuka and Tyrone Wheatley and Leroy Hort. Man, so many good backs have come through Ann Arbor.
Only a small gain. Now looking at 2nd and 9.
Chris, I know it's not a huge game. You didn't pick up the first down, but it's still early in this game. Never abort this running game. You keep working. It's kind of like a body blow in a boxing match. Keep wearing the defense down, and eventually you can hit a big one.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Zero running room. Stop right at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see from the defense. Yeah, you give up the catch, but you're right there to be able to stop this receiver from making any yards after the catch.
Moves out of the pocket. Quarterback on the move, trying to make something happen. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
Love to see quarterbacks try to keep a play alive. He gave it everything he had here. He came up short of the first down. Boy, he gave him a chance.
Fourth down. No punt. Out of field goal range. They're going for it.
Chris, I like the call here going for it on fourth down, but the receiver has got to do a better job of knowing exactly where that first down marker is and run that route a yard or two beyond the sticks to be able to give yourself a chance to pick up the first down. Instead, the defense comes up with a stop and they get the ball back.
Second down play coming up. Back to throw. It's Castellanos. Looking to scramble. And he just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
Off the incompletion, it sets up a third down and 2. Quarterback will throw it off the run-pass option. That's enough to move the sticks and give him a first down at the 41.
Love to see a quarterback who looks for a matchup on third down. Sees his go-to guy who's got a favorable matchup, gets the ball to him for a first down.
The Seminoles begin a new series here, 1st and 10. On the move now. Going to try to use his legs here. On the move, trying to scramble for the first down. Comes up short.
That's how you get after the quarterback. This is a great play by the defense of being able to affect the timing between the quarterback and the receiver. And, man, how about the hit at the end of the play? Man, he laid the hit stick on him there.
Breaks free. Now here he goes. Touchdown, Florida State, as they claim the lead in this playoff game. Game-breaking speed for the running back to reach the end zone. That is just priceless for an offense.
Chris, that back was able to find that crease in the defense. Let's give credit to the big fellas up front for creating that crease. They all played a key role in that score.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. So no return here. He takes it in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Haynes. Pickup is 5 yards, so it's 2nd down and 5. Mack gets the carry. Going absolutely nowhere. It'll be a loss of the play.
Well, Chris, this is going to set up a big third down now for this offense. They're down early in the game. All the hype and the pressure on a playoff game. You don't want to dig yourselves too big of a hole. They got to keep this drive alive, so they need to convert right here.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Wide open downfield. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Good job here by this offense coming up with his first down on the third down play. They knew they're going to have to deal with a lot of pressure, did their job, gave the quarterback time. They convert, and listen, you're down early in this game. Every possession matters. You need points on this drive, and they're able to have that chance now with that conversion.
They get him down to wrap up the first period of play. We expect the teams to have worked through some of the nerves of this playoff game as we begin the second quarter. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Now here's the toss play.
Look out, room to run here. First down, looking for more now.
Tackled, but only after picking up a fresh set of downs.
Well, it's a great toss play for the first down. One of the things I love about this play is you get the ball to the back's hands. Now you allow him to see the defense, kind of stretch the defense out, and then get north and south and pick up a first down.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Looking to pass this time. Bringing pressure.
He makes the grab.
Tackled right after the catch, but they'll spot the ball down at the 15.
Chris, to me, I think the quarterback wanted to get this ball thrown downfield, but good coverage forces him to throw it underneath. But give an assist to the O-line, giving him enough time to be able to evaluate that coverage.
Looking to throw it from the red zone. Makes the grab on the move. Forced out of bounds after a nice gain. The offense is knocking on the door with a first and goal.
Boy, a nice drag route here, and I thought the patience by the quarterback was the key. Puts it in front of his receiver, gives him a chance to make the catch, and picks up a little bonus. Nice yards after the catch.
Looks left and finds his target there.
Touchdown, Wolverines. A much-needed counterpunch delivered.
Kicking team on now for the extra point. Well, the call was sort of predictable, Kirk, but that tight end is just so tough to stop down here in the red zone.
Listen, speaking on behalf of all quarterbacks, you get down into the red zone, you're looking for that big target that you can trust. He's going to run a good route, and he's got a big wingspan to allow you to make a throw up into the air. He can go up and make a catch over most defenders. Really good execution. They come up with 6.
First play of the drive now from the 25. And they'll use the ground game here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in third down. What's an offense doing on third down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Catch made on the left side, and he will be stuffed for no gain.
Boy, they're just fundamentally sound, right where you want to be after the completion. Nowhere to go after that catch.
Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Looks like he's going to run it. And he heads out of bounds after a nice pickup on the run.
That's what I love about this guy. Just getting good positive yards here and continue to just keep this drive alive.
And the Seminoles bring their punt team onto the field. And he'll kick it away now for the second time. This is a low liner. This won't go a long way. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. Here's the handoff. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. So the counter play doesn't work. The defense in good position that time to make a play.
Yeah, on most of these counters, you leave the in-man on the line of scrimmage unblocked, and you try to pull those offensive linemen to kick him out. But if you have an aggressive defense, sometimes that can backfire, and the defense knew exactly what was coming there.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Grab down the middle. It's Morgan. They stop it at the 49, but that'll be a first down.
Boy, another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show how dangerous he is when he has time to throw. The defensive coordinator's got to change up his looks, maybe bring in the blitz, anything they can do to get this quarterback out of this rhythm.
Completion good for first down yardage for this offense. And they hand it off to the back. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. He escapes the pocket. He's going to pull it down and run. And he'll step out of bounds after a solid gain on that run.
I love that this guy's not willing to just give up on plays. You know, he's got enough athletic ability to give you some positive yards in a run game. He's able to do that right here.
Offense breaks a huddle and gets set. It's third down. Can he get there on the ground? Breaks free with room to run. And gain enough to set up first down now at the 39.
Well, good push up front here in this back. I tell you, he's got some outstanding vision to be able to find those creases, to be able to get positive yards, and here he gets the first down.
The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Change of pace now, looking to throw the football. Moves out of the pocket. Fires it to the wideout. He's wide open, pulls it in. Oh, and he heads out of bounds after a really nice gain there.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The Wolverines will line up now. It's 1st and goal. Quarterback still with the football. Nothing doing there. They're still 2 yards from the end zone.
Boy, the options dried up quickly for the quarterback here. Very, very fortunate he was somehow able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Nothing on that play makes it 2nd down and goal from the 2. Here's the option play. He'll toss it to the back. Nowhere to run on that play. It got him in the backfield. It's a loss of a yard. And now the defense will call a timeout here to make an adjustment on their side before this crucial play. And the crowd coming to life here, trying to help this defense down in the red zone. The offense will take their first time out of the half to talk strategy here. And this big crowd doing everything possible to inspire this defense down here near the goal line. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. At midfield, inside the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Moles. 6 points for the defense in this playoff game. What a moment.
Chris, what a turn of events here. 1 second, you're in field goal range as an offense. The next, the defense is running back an interception for a score. You're looking at a 10-point swing and a momentum changer.
The extra point makes the lead 14-7. So after the touchdown, here's the kickoff, and we'll see if the opposing offense has time to answer before halftime. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And looking to throw now on first down.
Looking to scramble.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
So 2nd and 10 from the 25. Important to get something here to avoid that tough 3rd and long situation. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. Defense is coming after him. With the catch, it's McCulley. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. The offense comes back out there. Not much time left. Perhaps just time for a couple plays before the half. First down. Looking to throw the football. Makes the catch. It's McCulley. And he's brought down after a big first down gain. It's 2nd and short. Maybe an opportunity, Kirk, to take a shot here. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays before halftime. This will likely be the last play of the half. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. The pocket breaking down. Trying to get the throw off. And the pass ball is incomplete. No time left on the first half clock. Meadows going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. And the Noles will kick it away to get us going in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Keeps it on the draw. Slams right into a wall. They got it for a loss.
How about this defense? Just so physical against the run. These guys have not been able to do anything on the ground. It's because of that defensive line and those linebackers taking away the run game.
Quickly behind the sticks here for the loss. 2nd down and 11. On the move now. And left with no option, just has to throw it away. Listen to this crowd noise. The stadium is vibrating. That's why this is such a tough place for visitors to play. Fires it to the wideout. What a catch! Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hole to climb out of, they've got to be able to convert, come up with a new set of downs. They do it here. Now they got a real shot to cut into this lead.
Down after that run on the previous play. From the shotgun now, here's a handoff inside. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. That's exactly what we saw right there.
for it on 3rd and short. It's an out route. The catch made. Fights off a defender. He moved the ball to the 48 and earned a fresh set of downs.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. He'll ride the back again here. He's past the marker and still going. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Boy, you keep getting these chunk runs by this offense. They keep moving the chains and putting a lot of pressure on this defense, especially on a long drive like this. This defense looks clearly worn down.
Game makes it 2nd and medium. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw.
He escapes the pocket.
Using his legs here. Scoots out of bounds after a nice pickup on that running play.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
And the Wolverines will line up on 1st and 10. Here comes a throw from the red zone. Looking for 6.
And it's caught. Touchdown, Michigan.
So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
Kickoff team out there, they are fired up after just scoring a touchdown. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. They flip it to him on the jet sweep.
He's got room to run.
And he steps out of bounds, but a solid gain there on the ground.
The defense has got to do a much better job here of adjusting to the pre-snap motion. They just kind of stayed in place, and it gave the receiver plenty of room there to make a nice play.
Bain moves the ball to the 40. It'll be 1st down. That's a design quarterback keeper. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle.
Well, that's the drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to this big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Quarterback making adjustments now to what the defense is showing. Scanning the field, it's Castellanos.
Takes a hit just as he lets it fly.
And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense.
They finally tackle him, but an excellent return after the pick.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that.
Could take it all the way.
Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Just a great play by the running back here, finding his lanes and then exploding through the gap when it opened up.
1st and 10 now, clock running, final minute of the quarter. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. Brought down, but broke a tackle. Produce a solid gain there.
What a great job to be able to establish some rhythm to an offense. When you can run the football like this, it just opens up the playbook. You can continue to run. You can go to play action. You really keep the defense on their heels when you can run the ball like this. Nice play.
They'll run it. Handed off to the running back. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
The offense will line up. Chance for a couple more plays before the end of the quarter. Headed to the final quarter of this playoff game. Who's going to step up and make a difference here in this pursuit of a national championship? A big play here after the break. Offense trying to convert here on third down. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Caught over the middle. It's Haynes. You make the stop, but it'll be first down from the 13.
You know, on third down, the key to me is the offensive line, the pass protection, because you know that you're going to throw and the defense knows that you're going to throw. It's a matter of can you protect your quarterback and give him the time, and then can the receivers win on the outside? They're able to do that, move those sticks. It's a first down.
From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. That pass is caught. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball to the 6. Defense getting pushed back.
The defense is so caught up in this guy running the football in this drive, they forgot to defend him coming out of the backfield. Nice positive play here.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. Brought down after a short gain, does not make the first down yardage. And they convert here on third down in the red zone. This is a 4-point type of play, touchdown or field goal. Launching one to the end zone. Touchdown, Wolverines. They jump on top now here in the 4th. Kirk, this quarterback told us this is my time to shine, a playoff game. He has gone out and backed that up so far.
Yeah, he's done everything that's been asked of him and more. Just a great job of getting into a rhythm. Really tough to defend. Right now, the defensive coordinator, you can see him down there. He's throwing his headset. He's frustrated. He's got to come up with some new wrinkles to try to slow this guy down.
Well, they thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and to bring the football to the 25-yard line. Looks like he didn't get the snap off in time. That'll cost him 5 yards. Delay of game penalty will cost the offense 5. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Well, they try the middle, but stuck for no gain.
Well, they keep trying to run the football, and they keep getting dominated at the line of scrimmage. That has been a theme throughout this entire game. We've talked about it earlier in the game. It's not changing at all. They've become one-dimensional, and I think it's allowed this defense to really lock in on that quarterback.
With the catch, it's Williams. Tackled quickly after the catch, he'll be short of the marker.
Well, we just continue to see this defense make great plays, especially with their tackling. And the awareness to understand we're in the fourth quarter, you're trying to keep this offense in bounds so they keep that clock moving.
Finds his man. It's McCoy. Breaking free at midfield. Tackle made after a big gain all the way to the 36.
This is a big conversion by this offense. They're down now in the second half. Probably limited opportunities at this point in the game. Every chance you get your hands on the ball, you need points. They keep this drive alive right here.
Deep shot toward the end zone. Throws it too far over everyone's head and incomplete.
This is smart defense. When you're trying to protect the lead late in the game, you know they're going to take some shots. Get those safeties and those defensive backs back far, anticipating a deep throw, and knock the ball away.
Back to pass. It's Castellanos. Running out of time in the pocket. Fired into a tight window and picked off.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
And they'll set up at the 26 for the first play of this drive. Grinding away with their running game. The gain good for just a few yards. The defense swarming to the football.
Man, just complimentary football, really, in a nutshell. They get this football back thanks to their own defense, creating that turnover, working with the lead like this. Really, it's all but over. Now the offense is just thinking about running the football and working that clock.
Looking to pass here on second down. Lets it fly to the wideout. Oh, what a grab! Breaks into the clear. Here he goes. And he gets in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Here comes the point after attempt. Extra point up and good. A 2-touchdown lead here now in the fourth quarter. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. Goes out of bounds at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. Here's the first play of the drive. They'll set up from the 13. Quarterback making some changes at the line. To the air, it's Castellanos. Moves out of the pocket. Caught. He's wide open. Look out. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. More than enough to pick up a first down.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Looking deep for late-game heroics. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
Well, they don't connect here, but this is what you have to do. It's late in the game. You need points. You're behind. You got to take some shots. I'd go right back to it, try to find a matchup, and go to one of your receivers that can.
Here's the throw deep downfield. Tried to go very deep there. Good effort. Now it's 3rd down.
Love this aggressive mindset from the quarterback and offensive coordinator. Found the matchup that you wanted, take a shot downfield. You don't hit it, but you made the defense be aware of it.
And he'll drop back here on 3rd down. Pressure is coming. Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big 3rd down defensive play.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on 3rd down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on 4th and long.
So down by multiple possessions here. The offense will try to convert here on 4th down. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Taking a deep shot here late in the game. Makes the catch, and that is enough for a 1st down. They got him, but they convert on 4th down, and the drive keeps going. Quarterback adjusting now to the defense. To the air, it's Castellanos. Makes the catch. Can he get in? Tackled at the 2 after the completion. The defense really up against it now. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking to chuck it again. Pass rush closing in. They pressure him and get him. The loss back to the 7-yard line.
Well, that takes the wind right out of your sails. This offense is trying to find a way to get back into this game, and another pressure and a sack against their quarterback.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. Design quarterback run. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field trying to chip away at this lead. And he's throwing for it on 4th down. Looking to scramble. Launching one to the end zone. And it's incomplete to end the drive. A turnover on downs here in the late stages of this game.
What a play by this defense. High pressure situation. Game essentially on the line. These guys are trying to get back into it. Ball is thrown into the end zone, and good job of knocking it away. I think we can start to say that this one is just about over.
2nd down after that previous play. He'll hand it off. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line. Important 3rd down attempt for this offense. Can he make it to the marker? Breaks an open space. And they wrap him up and bring him down on what is the final play of the game. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. So impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that's going to do it. The winner survives and advances in the playoff bracket. We'll talk to you down the line. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.